The 2025 Summit Tour is presented by Capivara Industries, premier axle and disc brake adapters for Toyota pickups and 4Runners using factory Toyota components. The Summit Tour is also sponsored by Trail Hero, the world's premier off-road event, Voyager Outdoors, luxury expeditions guided by off-road experts, Killer Toy Tops, bikini tops and roof racks for classic 4x4s, Mark Hicken Certified Public Accounting, offering meticulous tax and bookkeeping services for individuals and businesses. Casey Smile Suicide Awareness, raising mental health and suicide awareness in honor of Casey, a United States Marine. Plaid Pixie, scenic hot air balloon experiences for groups and individuals. My Medic, empowering people with the skills, knowledge, and supplies to save lives. The Summit Tour is a Racing Anxiety production. Racing Anxiety is committed to helping individuals overcome mental health challenges through education, self-development, and involvement in the automotive community.
So the Summit Tour for me, it's been interesting how often I reflect back on my memories of the Summit Tour, not only of like the vast geography that we cover and like the landscapes and the really cool destinations that we travel to, but I think it's a lot of the growth that subconsciously kind of embeds into my memories. Like I think of there's a lot of adrenaline dumps that you encounter in the Summit Tour, especially when you take your own vehicle. I really like how much growth happens when you're in uncomfortable situations, and it's like the perfect scenario, right? Because you've got all your buddies there, we've got all our recovery gear, and it's a safe, controlled environment for that kind of situation.
Summit Tour was definitely top on the list of struggles and awesome opportunity and experiences. Definitely life-changing for sure.
There's no Summit Tour without tons of planning, and there's definitely no Summit Tour without the crew. Our crew this year was phenomenal. There is no words for how epic our crew was. Starting off, we had Jared at the helm. Jared took care of navigating, spotting, getting people through stuff, making big decisions on the fly, and he did an excellent job. He absolutely slayed it. The guys on the crew were fantastic. Starting with Ryan. Ryan was a hybrid guy. He did media for us, mechanic, route finding. He was dedicated from day one. Micah was his co-pilot. Micah came with us this year as crew, and he was kind of a bit of a roustabout. So he helped with some stuff with the camp crew, he helped with media, and he helped with a little bit of the mechanic stuff.
I'm Micah Harmon, and I've been on 2 Summit Tours, and this last Summit Tour is probably my favorite Summit Tour by far. And I just basically hang out and do whatever needs done.
Next up on our list is Cameron. Cameron is pretty much one of the most solid guys that we had this year.
I'm Cameron Walker. This is my first Summit Tour, and I was driving Flexi Lexi, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Cameron is our full-time mechanic. Now, he took on the full responsibility of making sure that everybody's vehicles were running smoothly and that we didn't have any issues and that he was on top of the breakdowns. Cameron did an excellent job, even being a little bit more new to the off-road side of things, and this being the first big off-road trip that he's done. He did a really good job with the mechanic side of things. And then we've got Matt. Now, Matt was our dedicated film guy. We needed somebody to really be able to capture the story. We needed someone who could tell us what was going on, and Matt was that guy. He was the one with the camera. He's behind the scenes, getting the shots, setting them up, hopping out of vehicles, going playing, you know, hot potato and jumping from one vehicle to the next, to the next, to the next. Just absolutely crushed it.
We have Jared Enan, who is our medic. He does an excellent job at doing our first aid and recovery trainings. He brings a ton of additional medical supplies, coordinates medical care for those who might need it along the way, and he is an absolute professional. Jared is a full-time life flight paramedic, and we're extremely grateful to have him as part of the Racing Anxiety crew.
Finally, on our crew, we have Pops. Pops is our chef. Now, Pops is an award-winning Dutch oven chef. He is phenomenal, and the food that he brings to the Summit Tour is next level. There is just something about having a nice cooked meal by someone who knows what they're doing when you roll into camp, and we really wanted to bring that aspect in. Pops crushed it for us. He really takes his job seriously. He sets up a whole station. He's got stoves here and a hand washing station there. I mean, he's got it all laid out. To all of the crew, thank you. The Summit Tour wouldn't happen without you guys. And you guys are the heart and soul of what we do here at Racing Anxiety. Thank you for dedicating your time and your talents and your money in some cases to this event.
For me, the Summit Tour is a week long of struggles, adrenaline dumps, speed, breaking down, challenges, and just a lot of fun, like a lot of fun. And you're just constantly up and down, and your emotions are everywhere, and you're always trying to overcome every obstacle or struggle that comes along the way, and just take it on one by one. It's definitely something that has stretched me a lot to be a better person, for sure. So I think it's been a huge growing experience for me, for sure.
So Summit Tour for me was just like an awesome reminder of we can do hard things. It's just like reminds you time and time again you're capable of more than you think you are. This trip was a lot of that for me. I think we get complacent in the world that we live in now with how easy life is, and it kind of pulls us back to our roots a little bit, get us in the different mindset of being able to overcome those hurdles and learning how to adapt and overall just overcome all that comes to you.
All right, to me the Summit Tour it's a lot of things, but it's also just going on an adventure and not having any expectations, but just exposing yourself to difficult things and facing your fears and just not giving up no matter what.
Dude, I love that, not giving up no matter what, because that to me is really the essence of the Summit Tour. And I think one of the other aspects that the Summit Tour really is a bonding experience. You know, you bring people together from different backgrounds. I don't know how many of the guys you guys knew before going on the tours. At least half the people there this year that I had no idea who they were before actually going on the tour. Now they're really close friends, you know, and we're constantly texting and calling and sharing life experiences, and also having an open channel of communication for, you know, when things get rough, rather than having to worry about the nuances or, you know, the awkwardness of bringing up a conversation struggle with, you know, a family member or spouse or coworker. You know, I got somebody that you can trust that's in Arizona. It's funny because when we talk about the Summit Tour and prepping for the Summit Tour, we did more prep this year than we've ever done before. As far as vehicle preparation, the team came together. The team was fantastic this year. I was so impressed with you guys as crew and your ability and willingness to just step in, support Jared in whatever he needed. No backbiting, no asking questions. Everybody was on the same page. Everybody had the same goal in mind. And that really helped kick off probably the smoothest tour that we've had ever. And that was amazing. But it happened months before we ever left for the Summit Tour. And, you know, we coming together, working on everybody's rigs, like getting your truck fixed up, Ryan. Everything just worked together. As far as day one goes, I'm totally clueless as well. I mean, what happened on day one? What was it like?
Right, so day one, obviously we start out at Walmart. That's where we meet up every year. There's just finishing, normally we do stickers, but this year we did that before. That way for the starting day, we can kind of just meet everybody, get some shots of their rigs, do a couple interviews, introductions, etc. And then after that, we kind of just peeled out and hit the swell, hit some trails throughout there, and it really was, we blasted through this like day one compared to last year at least. I mean, we crushed pretty much all the obstacles that gave us several hours of problems last year.
And it's really cool, like the little small challenges and how they added up the whole trip. It's like, you know, getting everyone in line and everybody learning. Like at the beginning of the trip, it was really hard for people to like, all right, there's 11 vehicles pulling out of this parking lot right now. Let's wait for traffic to kind of go by so 11 cars can pass. And at the end of the trip, that's exactly what we were doing. We were waiting for everyone. It was a lot easier to like, hey, this is our caravan. This is how long we are. And it went like from the very beginning of the trip, all the drivers started picking up these little skills and like getting better at them and improving. And then we just kind of grew as a group together the whole way. So I think that was really huge.
Like this is my first year and I'm still learning a lot.
The biggest thing with the trails up here is follow the tire treads. If they're hard to see, try to pick the easiest route to the next spot you can't see.
This one's pretty good for just straight on it.
Yeah, I'll just go straight and let it kind of flex as it comes up. It turned passenger, turn into it. There you go.
Even just going on like the scout trip at the beginning and going through a lot of that stuff beforehand helped me a lot because I didn't need to be spotted a whole lot throughout that trip.
So it hits at the same time.
Hey Raptor, go a little bit to the right. I missed the trail.
Okay, give it a little bit. There you go. Just like that. Yep. Not bad. This is Lexi checking in, cleared obstacle 1.
Really quick, and we were really good, I think, as a group to kind of like catch each other when we'd like perhaps almost break something on a vehicle, you know? We get a vehicle that started bouncing real hard or anything like that, we'd all be like, "Oh, stop!"
Parts falling off. Like, hey, your stuff's falling apart. Look at that. Look at that gas tank.
Here, you got something hanging down below your truck. My gas tank strap. That's what I thought.
You got a little something hanging below your truck.
All right, Wes, so what got you into wheeling?
I don't even remember what got me into wheeling. I've always grown up going down to the desert with my dad. And once I got a Toyota, I had family members who wanted to go out, and from there, just every weekend with my buddies, we were wheeling, and here I am now. Yep, so I'm Cameron, and this is Lexi. And yeah, I've had her for almost a year now. Got her back in September last year. And been wheeling for maybe about a year and a half now. Not too crazy long. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
We had some incidences though on day one, right?
Yeah.
Like stickers, I know, had some struggles. Pinstripes, earned pinstripes call sign. I mean, what are kind of some of the stories behind that?
I was just looking at my dash and I'm like, my alternator light's on and the voltage is jumping back and forth. I wonder what that means.
Well, there goes the right. So we're just gonna tighten her up and just solder her back at camp.
Stickers. I don't remember what happened with stickers.
I think stickers was, poor fellow was just rubbing his tires the whole time.
Yeah, we put these fender flares in to block out his air intake, and we knew they were gonna rub. And I was like, "Hey, dude, they're gonna rub." But I think they rubbed a lot more than he thought they were going to.
Blows my mind those things made it the whole time.
Yeah.
They get ripped out. Yeah.
I think he did get
They all were ripped out by the end. Yeah.
the end of the
Wait, they all
trim.
were really?
Every single one of them was in the bed of his truck by the end of that.
Ah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all cooked.
Almost
Yeah.
like his wheel covers.
Oh yeah, I lost my fender flares, but that was on day 2.
Flares. Then we had, unfortunately, I don't know if we were able to get it on video of Pinstripes obtaining his name.
We got some new battle scars.
His name is Pinstripe.
That's
But I know there was one moment where he was, I think you'll probably remember that because I think you had some struggles on that obstacle too, but it was right before the Devil's Racetrack and scraped off his hubcap or like his, do you guys remember that?
Yeah, it was that big boulder on the right side, and he tried to climb up around it, and I didn't see it, but he definitely munched that.
What do you mean you didn't see it? It was in the middle of the trail.
Oh, I saw the boulder. That's for sure. I wasn't there to witness the hubcap getting.
There's a boulder in the middle of the trail, and then there's this giant rock on the side, and a full-size truck can barely squeeze through.
Apparently not barely.
Barely.
Yeah.
Not a full-size truck.
No,
really.
you got to use your rim to like kind of push the boulder out of the way, and the other rock's not moving, so you got to kind of give it a little tap on the way out.
He said he used those rock sliders all day.
He did.
Them rock sliders were sliding rocks, and
I
it was working.
I told Mike, I was like, I'm fast through the desert, but I slide down all the rocks. Because that's what my truck does.
We're gonna have to sing sweet songs to that sidewall tonight.
Tuesday, we had Plaid Pixie come out and fly us. Shalina is an absolutely killer pilot. She knows what she's doing. She was very concerned about everybody's safety and also equally as concerned about everybody having a good time and enjoying the experience.
1, 2, 3.
I thought it was really neat, just like the teamwork that was involved with it. I mean, you think of it's a very large and delicate piece of fabric, and so there's a lot of planning that goes into it. There's a lot of equipment they had, and it was just really cool to see how fluid the whole process was. Like they were just delegating people to, hey, grab this, grab that. You're pulling this, you're pulling that, and it just came together really well. It was cool to see that.
It brought everybody together too, because you're not in your vehicle now. It's like you're out rubbing shoulders and getting to know the crew a little bit better too. I think it was perfect timing, and I think that Dave and Shalina just crushed it on the experience overall. I think that the most challenging part of day 2 was that big wall climb. And so there's a big wall climb, and it's kind of 2 stages. So you get up the first one, you're like, oh, that's not that bad. And then there's just this ramp. It's like a rocket launching, just straight up ramp. And for me, that was the first big obstacle in 2-wheel drive, because we tried to put the driveline on, and lo and behold, driveline shop cut it wrong. Ended up being in 2-wheel drive, and I was a little bit nervous about it because I'd seen other vehicles struggle on this obstacle before. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I've got tons of gearing, so I'm going to try this low and slow, which is always best. I always try low and slow first, and if it doesn't lock up, then we got to give it a little bit of skinny pedal. So tried it low and slow at first, and my second attempt, I'm just going to have to give this a little bit of bump and keep the momentum going. And I did. That was a screamer, and I got up to the top of it, but the battle wasn't over because now that was rock, right? So I have really good purchase, and now we've got these steep gravel roads going up, and it's just dirt and shale and rock, and it's loose. And it's dug out too, so there's a lot of flexing. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have a lot of trouble on this. So I told Ryan to move his truck and just had a clear landing pad, and I did not stop till we were clear to the freaking top, just bombing all the way up this hill. So coming down the canyon, day 2 was really cool, long canyon.
I really like the dirt. Yeah,
There's a lot of that.
a lot of that. There was a lot of just dirt, and then suddenly it changed to just rock. Like no in between, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ryan drives fast. Ryan drives like if I'm gonna have a crazy dream and just wake up just suddenly, just with a bunch of just craziness happening, just in a panic. Yeah, that's Ryan at the Summit Tour.
Oh, hey look, a Jeep.